President of your Fairfield Harbour Property Owners Association and speaking for your board of directors, I'd like to thank you for coming together this warm summer evening to remember and reflect upon the events of September 11, 2001. First, I'd like to acknowledge that North Carolina's Senator Sanderson and Representative Speciale had intended to be here tonight, but were called back to Washington to meet the needs of the congressional calendar. More importantly, I'd like to officially welcome and introduce our special guests who are participating in tonight's program. Major General Thomas Bratton, retired United States Marine Corps, Mr. Tom Mark, your county commissioner, and Mr. Chip Hughes, your county sheriff. Gentlemen, we thank you for taking time from your busy schedules to be with us tonight. I'd also like to recognize and thank all those individuals identified in your program who have each contributed their musical skills to make this evening so special. And we'd like to thank and honor our local first responders. Tonight's service of remembrance is the 8th year in the history of our monument, in the shadow of which we remember the fallen and honor those who served both during and after the events of September 11th. Almost 10 years ago, a group of dedicated Fairfield Harbour 9/11 committee members with a singular goal worked diligently with the Port Authority to begin the process of acquiring artifact steel from the World Trade Center. Fairfield Harbour is one of approximately 1,500 sites that received artifact steel from the remnants of the World Trade Center. Our memorial's dedication ceremony was held in 2011 on the 10th anniversary of 9/11. As a community, Fairfield Harbour dedicated land in perpetuity and worked tirelessly through volunteers, contributed services and materials, as well as homeowner donations to obtain and escort the artifact steel to its new and final place of rest, as well as design, engineer, and erect a monument to remember and honor all those whose lives were lost or forever impacted by the events of September 11, 2001. The community of Fairfield Harbour has a large contingent of retired U.S. military and government employees, as well as many retired police and fire department personnel, with many of our residents hailing from the northern tri-state and D.C. area, each having been directly impacted or called to action on the day of the terrorist attack. The reality is, we all have, in some way, been impacted by the events of September 11, 2001. It was a day of profound tragedy and a day of profound valor. It was a day that changed our lives and is still felt today as it has changed the way we live. Each year, the community of Fairfield Harbour sets aside time to honor those who served, remember those who were lost, and pledge that we will never forget 9/11. I'd like to now call upon Sheriff Chip Hughes, who is our guest speaker for the evening. Thank you.
Thank you very much. This is certainly an honor. And first I want to say, Jennifer, thank you for not sitting me over here with that group of talented folks. What talent we have out here. We're very, each of you, that was awesome. And I thank you. Mr. Cooper, I've heard you a number of times. Your voice just gets better every time. Melanie, I didn't know you had that in you. Well, very impressive, and I thank you for supporting us as first responders in what we do and taking time out of your busy schedules, as well as with all of them. You know, I know there's a lot of first responders here. We've got the men and women in the very back, folks that operate this house here that respond day in and day out to the call, and they don't hesitate when they go out those doors, knowing sometimes it could be the last time we see our family members, but that's what we do. We signed on to this. It's a passion we have to serve and protect you. And just the other day, I was watching on the Discovery Channel some of the documentaries on 9/11 and what was going on in some of the aircraft and phone calls that were being made to family members. And talking with some of the people that were at the twins when they went down, and how they met first responders going up the stairs to get people out. And that was the last time that those people would be seen. Um, you know, I can't tell you how touching it was, even though I watch these things every year. I can't put myself in their place as to what was going through their mind as they were running up the stairs. Many of them knowing that might be the last time they ever see their family members again, but they were doing exactly what they were supposed to do, and that was to protect each of us. I could not be prouder of the men and women that we have in Craven County as our first responders. And I'm blessed and so humbled to have been put in this position to work side by side with all of them. Like I said, many of them that are standing here that work out of this very house do not hesitate every day to answer the call when that call goes out to go to you in your time of need. And my hat, and I salute all of you. My hat's off to all of you, and I thank you for all you do. The people of Fairfield, you folks are so supportive. Every time we've come out, you just come out with an overwhelming amount of support, the things you do that shows appreciation, and you're thankful for what we do. And we do this for you all. So I thank you, Jennifer, thank you for the invitation. I certainly hope I'm invited back next year to talk. Thank y'all again for all you do. And to your first responders, I salute you and thank you for all you do. Thank you.
Slim test.
Gotta go up higher.
Standing tall with pride, fell with grieving heart, stunned America cried, but we're still standing. Didn't God and tried to touch our land, but we still red where matter. Proving once more he's coming and we're still
What did they say? Much higher, please.
September 11th by Roger Ribovicho. We shall never forget that grave today, nor the lives which were taken away. So closely we stood, so much to bear. September 11th, stay close here. Stay so clear. Forever changed, our will must endure. Keeping freedom strong within our shore. The bridge of time holds so much to view, some visions hold heartache all too true. Those faced with great loss so understand the eliminate cost of our free land.
God, God help each other each one, as they meet each day. Your prayers could send your love their way. Remember the brave who marched for all, completely committed to meet each call. As each year passes before our eyes, our way must contain no compromise. Emotions do make us what we are. September 11th, today's never fall.
Great job. Go closer in.
Where the power stood, flung out and far away, of millions of years, while American heartbroken died with tears, breathing off where once the power stood, a whole created of evil, attacking good, forest bombs, skyscrapers made of steel, American struggle through the full ordeal, yet in traveling, we found some good, we found
We're going to have a little bit of a program change in a second. I want everybody to stand for the last part of our program. We're getting near the end. I want to thank each and every one of you for taking the time out today to come out. I don't think that any one of us could have picked a better night or found a better spot to be. And I'm thankful for all of our first responders, all of our special guests and speakers, all of our very talented musicians, and for everybody that put this together for you, for the community, for our whole town. That's it. If I could just ask if everyone could take your chair back into the community center, if you could remember at the end, but
Not
stay
yet.
standing.
Not yet. Not yet.
Please join me in prayer. Father, we thank you for this opportunity to stand in your sight and to remember those who gave their lives on 9/11/2001. To remember the strength of our country as we have bounced back from that tragedy. And to remember all of those who now serve in the military, in any of our first response units, and to think about how much it means to them to take care of a country that the good Lord has given to us to care for. We ask that you watch over all of them and watch over all of us as we go back and continue our lives. This we ask in your name. Amen.
Okay.